we talked about it last night. You know, I told him, it kind of shocked me when he told me. But yeah, I mean, just sad more than anything. You know, somebody who I truly care about, have a lot of respect for. You know, I think it's hard it's always hard when you know, greatness like Kobe decides to hang it up. You know, I think for him, you know, going through the stretch that we're going through, but also just the fact that I think we got 60, whatever it is, games left, you know, get a chance to go around to all these NBA cities and they can really show their appreciation for what he's been able to accomplish in this league is great.
Will he play tonight?
Yeah.
What's your expectation with minutes and all that, just considering back-to-back?
Keep it the same, unless I see him laboring or anything like that, we'll keep it the same.
What was the context in which he brought the subject up?
He just brought it up. You know, that's something that is between Kobe and myself. And like I said, we talked about it last night. We'll leave it at that.
You talked about having kind of hope or belief that Kobe could play beyond this contract. Has that remained for you up until this point? Did you think that he had more years in him?
I don't know if I thought he had more years in him. I think, you know, I thought he probably at least had another year in him.
Even with the struggles this year, you
Yeah,
thought
you know,
those were temporary.
I did, and I still do. You know, Bill, I mean, this season isn't over. You know, I mean, we still have a lot of games left. So, you know, I know his purpose is to, you know, to finish out this season and play. And, you know, I don't know what he's thinking as far as, you know, playing well or getting back to the level or somewhere near the level that he's accustomed to getting. I think when you decide that this is it, I think you've also come to grips that, you know, you're not the same that same player you used to be. But I think he still loves this game. He still has a passion for it. He still is a very competitive, you know, young man, and you know, I think he wants to go out that way.
Does this make it a little more inevitable that he will get that farewell tour that you said that he probably doesn't want, and he said he doesn't want, where there will be that appreciation over the years?
Well, I hope so. I think that, you know, definitely he'll get the appreciation from fans. You know, I don't know about it being considered a farewell tour or anything like that, but you know, I think just the fact that, you know, when he goes to all these stadiums for the last time, you know, people will show their respect.
Right. Do you think it'd mean any more to him because the first road game was at Philadelphia, where he's from?
I don't know, DT. You know, I don't know. But it'd be interesting. You know, I think it'd be interesting.
They even Santa Claus there, so they might.
Yeah, they boo anybody there. You know, city of brotherly love. But I think, you know, I think he's going to, you know, kind of view it the same as he's done every game. He's just go out there and try to win, and try to play the best he can. I don't know if he'll think about the outcome as far as how the fans are going to view him or respect him or whatever the case may be. It's home for him, so I think they'll show their appreciation. I mean, the one thing about Philly fans, just like New York fans, are very knowledgeable about the game.
When he told you, how did you initially react?
I said, what? Just told me at a very awkward time. Kind of caught me off guard as I told him. He just started laughing about it. But he said, yeah, you look like you were going like, what the hell are you talking about? But it just caught me off guard.
Did you try to persuade him? Or
No.
Byron, did you have any sense this was coming? It seems like you said you were shocked, but did you have any sense at any point that he might even tell you that this was it?
No, I didn't.
And what indication did he give you as to why?
He didn't.
This was after the game.
Like I said, I'll leave it to, you know, that's between Kobe and I when it happened and all that stuff. If he wants to tell you, that's up to him.
Did he tell any of his teammates before he announced it to the world on players?
No, he told me when he announced it to me that I was the first to know.
He didn't tell you during the game, did he? It's like
Like I
by
said,
the way.
like I said, it's between me and Kobe when he told me.
Second quarter, now put me back in the game.
How does not having that door open anymore change things, if at all?
I don't know, Eddie. You know, the one thing about it is that you know, I thought about it all last night. I thought about it on the plane. I thought about it this morning. You know, it's just been on my mind for whatever reason. You know, maybe it's just because of our relationship. You know, knowing that this is the end, you know, for him. You know, so I don't know, you know, what dynamics it will have in the next 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. But like I said, at that particular time, I was shocked. And then after I had a chance to kind of think about it, it was sad.
I know it's not over yet, but what do you remember? What would you remember about him from the time you played with him as a rookie to the time now you're coaching him?
Everything, Brad. You know, I mean, just, you know, I can go all the way back to, like you said, when he was just this young guy out there just shooting in the dark at the Forum. You know, before the lights came on, before practice was, you know, 2 or 3 hours away. You know, to this point where, you know, he's still, you know, at the practice facility 2 or 3 hours before everybody else getting shots up. You know, so I'll have, you know, obviously great memories, you know, of spending a lot of time with him as a rookie and then, you know, getting a chance to spend his last year as a basketball player.
Byron, you said a little bit earlier that this announcement from Kobe is in some ways his acknowledgement that he's not the same player he was a few years ago. As his coach, is that something you wrap your head around just in terms of the way you utilize him, the way you coach him? Because you express so much admiration for him.
I don't know if I'll change that much as far as I still want him to play. I still want him to go out on a very positive note. And I think there's a part of me that feels that he still is going to have those glimmers of, you know, having some of the games that I know he's capable of having. I don't know how many that may be or how few it may be, but I think that's still a hope that I have.
Is it hard to accept the idea that just when you've seen so much from him?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I witnessed, you know, an 18-year-old that came in this league that told me, you know, 2 months after we started the season, when I asked him what did he want to be in this league, he told me the best. And I saw that come to light for a long period of time. So, yeah, it's hard to, you know, to just kind of, you know, see guys, especially somebody that you care about.
Byron, have you always looked at your personal and professional relationship with Kobe as a symbolic passing of the torch from Showtime to these last five championships in this generation?
I don't know if I've looked at it that deep. You know what I mean? I mean, I've just kind of looked at it as an old veteran as myself at that particular time, trying to teach a young man, you know, what it was to be a professional in this league and what it was to play for the purple and gold.